Hello, and welcome back to episode 3 of Warplan Orange. Rejoining, we're getting ready to move the British fleet out of Colombo. Grab the Dreadnought. We might send the Dreadnought separately, with a few destroyers for escort. Not that I'm too concerned about that this early. We'll get a move to Singapore. Form the second group with the Pulse. And the fast destroyers. And a third group with the slower cruisers and the rest of the destroyers. What else do we have left? Oh yeah, 5 submarines. Get them moving. Take a look at them. What do the Brits have for submarine? 18 torpedoes. Not a lot of ammo. I think this one was separately though. Whereas the other submarines located in Colombo, yeah, they're a bit different. Let's look at this M1. Yeah, even more basic. And then this L series. 21-inch torpedoes. Still only 2 though. And some mines. Okay. I might use these to lay some mines in Japanese ports. Double check with the L-16. That's far enough in the series. It might be a little bit different. And it is. Set of mines as a rear torpedo tube. And we have the one transport that we don't really need to move at this point. Alright, with that, let's take a look in Burma. Did move this armored car, didn't I? Yes. Base, Air Force, Space Force, Space Force, Base. There we go, the 2 Burmese rifle brigades. Probably send them to Bangkok? Maybe Rangoon. Yeah, Rangoon's the major port, and they can join up with the other Burmese brigades. We can take a look, see if they'll join up and become a division. We don't have any transports there yet. Diamond Harbor has plenty. So we'll go ahead and form a transport group. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll throw in a troop transport as well. bit more than is really needed. But that's preferable because it'll split them up. Then we have Siam and Malaya. Got the AA regiment that we can use, and then the defensive forces in Singapore. Move the AA over there. And then we just have the 2 troop transports in Singapore at this point. Got some torpedo boats. Not really ASW, but they can be used as a scouting force. Then we have some destroyers. Old ones. This is the only one really equipped with depth charges. Yep. So I may string those out as a early warning system. The torpedo boats in particular, they're really harbor defense. I'm not going to be able to send them far afield. Get the wrong. Probably set them down into the entrance to the Gulf. And then pair up the torpedo boats. We're actually considering the importance of this harbor. I want to leave them together. And I might jump them from port to port as needed along the Indochina coast. Other than that, we have 2 small destroyers. The patrol gunboat. I'll wait on that and see how I feel moving forward. Got the French forces, and then we have these sub-chasers, which I will organize into an anti-sub force. Again, paired up. Keep one in Saigon. The other one be Haiphong. I have a port. Cam Bay is a pretty big port. Yeah, so those are the 3 major ports: are Saigon, Cam Bay, and Haiphong. Only going to have 2 groups of sub-chasers. I'll set this one for Cam Bay. Set up that harbor defense. And what else do we have in here? Just the cruisers. Yep, that empties it out. And as for the French forces, I'm going to start getting them consolidated. Actually, probably Hanoi. They can overland into China if necessary. Move this regiment out to the port. Then we have a number of them here. Move the 11th. Saigon. And the armored cars, I'll actually leave those for now. In fact, maybe we'll collect them up in Saigon as more of a central location with a more interior route that's easier to protect, at least for the time being. Colonial. Oh, the FT-17. An antiquated post-World War I tank. It's a tank, though. I'll leave these regiments where they are, along with those artillery support brigades. I'll leave them in position as well. This regiment doesn't need to be back there, though. We'll move them forward. Okay. Then we have the Chinese forces, a lot of which are immobile. You'll see local warlord. Got the HQs. Them to someplace more sensible. Area Advanced Corps. Have the 2nd Chinese Division. Nope. 1st. Nope. Or 2 first. 1st Corps. Most of these are locked down, so it should be easy to go through China quickly. These ones might. Nope. Those ones are locked down. Same with those ones. Now we'll start getting into the ones might be able to move. I'll leave them for now. Ah, here we go. Chinese Infantry Division. We have corps there and there. Do not have one there. Canton does have a port. Alright. No go for that corps. Cavalry does, though. That future objective into Shanghai. And then all of the various foreign quarter support divisions. I'm going to set them all to attack. Should overwhelm the supposedly 500 troops here in Shanghai. Carrying Shanghai for our use. We don't want that to be a bridgehead for them. And then that'll free them up for movement to defend some of the ports. I have a few corps available up here. I'll send them down to a few of the ports. That one's well protected. I'll send one down to Fuchao. And another one to Wenchao. I guess I should be saying the objective as well. That goes for the one I'm sending down into Canton as well. This one? Yes. They'll go and dig in these ports. King Chow taken care of. And yeah, that one is locked. 30th and 29th Chinese Corps are set. These ones are mobile as well. Then we just have a couple of battalions out here. French, British, and US Army. Regimental sized. We'll leave them for now. Got 3 submarines. Get them up and running. Question is where now? Intercepting any convoys coming out of Port Arthur would be nice. So would setting up a cordon to prevent an invasion up this way. I think for these, just initially, let's see what their movements are up in the Yellow Sea, I believe. What this ocean in here is called, I believe. I don't know all my geography perfectly. Just know enough of it from conquering the world umpteen million times. Have a few destroyers here. Leave them be for the time being. Well, actually, we have quite a few destroyers. I don't remember there being this many. As well as a couple of patrol gunboats. Leave the patrol gunboats. Okay. They're fine. Destroyers do not have their charges. In fact, none of these do, because they're all Clemsons. Oh, there we go. The later Clemsons do. No easy way to differentiate them, though. It looks like they're actually upgrading right now to be refitted with depth charge racks. Some have been already refit, some have not. You'll see the upgrade happens next month. We'll grab the Noah and the Hulbert. As ASW force over here. Oops. That's the extent of that force. We'll leave the rest for now. The Chinese Navy, I think I will go ahead and form them into a single unit. Time being as well. I'm not going to send them anywhere immediately. We'll just leave them ready to react to anything that's going on in the area. These should be 2 with depth charges. No different from the 1922 scenario. Get them up and running. And that'll take care of China and Southeast Asia. Or I forget, we don't really have the supplies available on Guam though. Thinking of expanding the fortifications there. We only have 2,000 supplies though. For the Philippines, we have transports all over the place. Question is, do we want to evacuate these forces and just give them up to the Japanese, or do we want to fight for them? Like this Philippine Reserve Division has a decent assault value. We could use it for the defense of the Philippines. Is it going to survive on its own down here? Probably not. Getting all these transports into groups so we can send them away. Why not? Let's send you down to Davao. Gonna get totally cremated. I don't think that patrol gunboat's gonna survive. But if they decide to send any sort of force of transports unescorted, that's what they'll be there for. Not that I expect that. Same with this one. Sending it out here to intercept anything, disrupt them, possibly delay it. Alright, let's see. This one I'm going to go ahead and evacuate to Singapore. Same with this group. This group. Can I load? No. Is it because they're too big? Or is it because of where they're attached? Can't load them on transports because of that. We'll move them into Davao. Might try to evacuate the reserve division. Got the base forces in Naga. Get all these transports out. Get them evacuated. And the tanker as well. Fuel here. a little bit. Check these ports for supplies and such. In fact, we can go ahead and load supplies. It's not much. Goes into the war effort though. Every little bit counts. Get the supplies from here and the fuel too. So we have the Asiatic fleet sitting here in Manila. Got a set of patrol gunboats, which I'm going to bring back. Oh, Elcanos. Then moved over to, I think, the Bataan Peninsula. And then I'll pair it up with one of these, the Marie Duque. I'll just set them out as a scouting force. Monitor any Japanese movements that try to come around from the north end of Luzon and through the Straits of Samar. I'm not even sure, I'm guessing because Samar Island. And I seem to recall some action that occurred at the Straits there. I think it was called Straits of Samar, but I can't be certain. I mean, there's so much to World War II. Larger patrol boat. It's interesting to see the differences between the 1922 scenario and the 1926 as far as shipping goes. Get the sub set up first. That'll get them out of the way. Good old S-boats. Let's get them set up. We've got 10 altogether. I think what we'll do is try to get one down there. Not that any one submarine by itself is likely to interrupt a lot. It's all about attrition with submarine. Expect try to come in Mindanao. I expect them to round outside there. I'm expecting invasions on the north and south end of Mindanao, the southern island here. I expect them to invade Davao and probably Cagayan, maybe Bhutan. Get a couple submarines, cover the east. Yep, that should do. And we'll get the remaining submarines cordon. Form a cordon up here. And between all of these submarines, we should see at least one of them manage to strike a transport and hopefully sink a Japanese, some Japanese troops of some sort. Alright, let's see. Why is this boat different? Ah, it's the older. Only 3 forward torpedo tubes rather than 4. Lake class. Interesting. What to do with this one? Now, having not played the Japanese, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they usually have troops set up in the home islands at the initial outset. Suppose I could let, got the 4 submarines here. Maybe, I don't know, there's so many places to go. I don't think we'll be able to get up to Bataan Island quickly enough to make a difference. So I think set up another submarine over here to hopefully intercept anything heading down to Mindanao. And that'll take care of the submarine force. We've got one with going through minor refit. Got a little bit of system damage. We could use them. But I'm already running into, well, I don't know where I'll put the next submarine. Not for the initial outset, at least. Full gunboats have a ASW capability. Oh, that's the big one. Grab a pair of the smaller ones. Send one to Naga. One set. I'll set another one. Asheville and Tulsa. And then make it to Legazpi. Oh yeah, these are the larger ones. The Callao and Pagna. Send them to Legazpi. React and they take, oh, because they have to go around the island to get into Naga's port. Because of this reef, it's not accessible from the west. And maybe we have one left. A couple minesweepers we can use for ASW. I think I will do that. ASW. Get the finch and the bittern. Four depth charges each. Set them back around the mouth. Actually, let's set them further out. Right here. Just west of Baton. Part of the reason I'm fiddling with it is I'm not as familiar with the pathing, and some of it can be a little bit wonky. The Heron and the Avoset are not fully repaired yet. Not that they have to be, we can use them early. But what I was saying is the pathing around here is a little bit funny with the way they move around. So I was watching their path. They move from Manila, Batam, to exit west, and then northeast. Kind of representing that this bay, Manila Bay that you come out of, kind of have to come around and then go around this outer island because the shallows here are a little bit sketchy. Alright, what else do we have? Transports I'm not going to move. Auxiliaries do we have? Tenders. Mostly tenders, minesweepers, patrol gunboats. Pull all them to the side. We've got destroyers left. We'll hold them in reserve for the moment. That just leaves aviation. We have torpedo bombers? Yes, DT is for torpedo. Carrier-borne torpedo planes. I'm all for naval attack. Get them up to reasonable level. Not that they have a very long range. Same for this bomber squadron. Set them to recon as well. At least they got a range of 3. Actually, maybe naval search initially. Bump them up to 10,000 feet. See if we can see anything in this area. More important that we actually see them coming, because then we can respond. And with that, I think the beginning of the next episode, we can actually generate a turn and see where the beginning of the Great Pacific War takes us. Yeah, I'm just kind of reviewing in my head, what have I done already? Have I missed anything? I'm sure I have. I don't stress too much about missing things. By and large, if you miss something in this game, it's only going one day at a time. You're not going to miss too much. Let's see, a whole lot of troop transports in the first 2 months. Hermes, Argus, some battleships. What else do we have coming? have 1st Australian Army HQ, 1st Cavalry Division. That'll be useful. Good assault value on that. 22nd Indian Brigade. Quantum. That won't be for 2 months. Then we see Tank Company, Indian Division, US Division, some artillery, Tank Company in Hawaii. And then it'll be another month after that, and we'll see some more. And then the aircraft. Got some flying boats, some Sopwiths, and some more bombers. All these being things I'm familiar with from the 1922 scenario. They're old and short-ranged. That's alright though. I'll take them. Every aircraft is useful. And with that, thank you for staying till the end. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time. Take care.